So in Escape from Tarkov, there are a lot of different cases in the game that allow you to hold more items than the space that the case takes up. Anything from ammo cases, med cases, and even food cases are all going to benefit you when it comes to storing items and saving space. Up until recently, the only option we've had for storing weapons is the normal weapon case and the thick weapon case, both of which you get from completing certain tasks. With the release of patch 13.5, BSG has added the weapon stand module to the hideout, and it has been a complete game changer. A standard weapon case offers 50 slots of storage, and the level 1 weapon stand offers 54 slots of storage per side. Yes, the weapon stand has 2 sides, so that means 108 slots of storage. The only downside to the weapon stand is that you can only store fully assembled weapons on it.
You sure about that?
So today I'm going to be showing you guys a simple trick that will allow you to maximize the weapon stand to its full potential. Did you guys know that 98% of you that watch my videos are not subscribed? That's insane. Do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you might as well turn on notifications while you're at it. Just make sure you don't miss out on any future videos. That's all I'm asking. Okay, so we're about a month into wipe, and I'm sure a lot of you already know about the weapon stand. I'm sure a lot of you already have it built and you're already using it, but I want to kind of compare the normal weapon case to the weapon stand. So if you look here, we've got a 5x10 storage slot on the weapon case, and then obviously if you go into the hideout and look at the weapon stand, you've got a 9x6, and if you didn't already know, you can turn this thing to the other side, and basically you have 2 weapon cases with the level 1 weapon stand. And currently mine is only level 1. I'm not sure why I haven't built level 2 yet. Obviously I can do it, but I believe this is going to get a little bit bigger the more you upgrade it. Maybe not, I'm not sure, but I can't really imagine what else you would get from upgrading it. So with that being said, I'm going to show you guys kind of how it works if you don't know already. Basically, you can take whatever weapons you have in your stash and you can kind of just put them over here, fill it up. And if I can stop being dumb, maybe I can get this to work. So off the bat, I can fit roughly 7 guns in here. Depending on what you're putting in here, you could get more maybe. And if we go ahead and flip this around, we can do this. We can put some more in here, and you can kind of fit a lot of stuff on here. If you're a gun hoarder, this would be awesome. Basically, by building this, you get 2 weapon cases, and it allows you to keep your stash clean, so you don't have just a bunch of guns down here. You don't have to disassemble them and put them in your box like this. You can just go into the hideout, store them, and if any of you guys want to do the math and figure out how much it costs to build this versus how much it costs to buy a weapon case, I want to say buying a weapon case is anywhere between 2 to 4 million. I'm not really sure off the top of my head, but you might as well just build this and go ahead and start using it. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, there is one small trick that you can do to maximize the potential of this thing. And when I found this out, it was a complete game changer. So in order to do this trick, it is very simple. The first thing we're going to do is take out all of the guns that we currently have in here. So one thing you might have noticed with your weapon stand is that if you try to treat it like a weapon case, you try to put your weapon in here, it will not let you. Obviously, if you try to put it in here and you hit the turn button, I'm hitting mine right now, you cannot rotate it to put it in here. You can only put fully assembled weapons in here and not broken down ones. But I'm here to tell you that that is wrong. So if you want to fully maximize potential of the weapon stand, all you're gonna do, get your guns, take all the mags out, take the pistol grips off, get them as small as you possibly can. You can take the stocks off, you can basically do whatever you want, and they will go in here. All you have to do is hold control and left click, and it will just start putting all the weapons in here for you. So you take all of the magazines out, you take all the pistol grips off. As you can see, you can fit quite a bit of weapons in this thing, and it is kind of busted. Now, the problem with this is obviously this is not intended to work like this, and it's probably going to get patched. So I would definitely be using this while you can, just to clear up some space in your stash. If you're the type of person that likes to hoard weapons, this is an awesome alternative. And basically what I do is once I take all of this stuff off, I'll use my weapon case to store all of the pistol grips and stuff like that, throw the mags in a mag box. This will now be mostly for attachments and stuff like that. Got another one here I can throw in there for you. So I'll use my weapon box to hold attachments. I'm holding onto this one for gunsmith. And then I will use the weapon stand to hold all of the weapons. And again, as I mentioned before, if you want to make these things smaller, you can absolutely do that. Throw your buffer tube and your stock down in the weapon box. But I personally just like to leave it with the pistol grips and the mags out. This allows you to fit a ton more guns on here. I think we had, what, 7 before? Now we have 14 guns on just one side, and you still have a whole other side to do. You can throw stuff like this in there if you want. You can basically do whatever. So it's unfortunate that this is probably going to be patched. I kind of like how this works. It just saves me from having to buy weapon cases. Now I can fit basically double the amount of stuff that I was fitting before, and you can do all of that for free. Once you get the weapon stand up and you realize that you can do this, now you essentially have up to 4 weapon boxes on just the level 1 weapon stand. So before I end this video, I just want to point out that I did not figure this out. I did not come up with this. I believe I saw this in someone's stream or like a highlight video. I cannot remember who I was watching. Someone in the chat said that you could do this. I saw them do it in the video and I was like, oh my gosh, that's insane. If I could remember who it was, I would definitely plug them and give them the credit. But unfortunately, I think it was one of those random YouTube rabbit holes I was on, and it just kind of happened to fall in my lap. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully this is something that you guys can use. If you don't already have the weapon stand, I highly recommend you go build it so you can store all of those weapons that are taking up so much space in your stash, and it will just benefit you greatly. Trust me. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.